All right, guys, to watch this video for Monday, April 8th. Showing you the SPY here. Slight gap up on Friday, and hey, nice green close. A little bit more volume than Thursday, but it was still dead. I mean, just dead. Anyone who traded, my wife actually snuck in my office, took a screenshot or took a picture of me. There it was, right there. That was me on Friday. It was so dead. There was just, I mean, no follow through, no anything. I even tweeted something like, even if you find an A+ setup and it triggers, is there going to be enough volume to push it higher? And my answer, probably not today. And that's kind of the day it was. But let's hope some volume comes back into the market this week. I don't have a big list, but here is what I'm watching. AYTU. That doesn't look very good, does it? Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see a little bit better there. So we had the gap up. I don't know. It's been 3 weeks maybe. Popped up to like 250, came back down, and was doing nothing. Another attempted pop there. Then another, now it's a higher high, higher low, and coiling. So it did hit 2 on volume the other day. I do like this one over 2. I think maybe that it could continue its rally that it started back here, or attempted back here. So I want to keep an eye on AYTU. Not in love with it by any stretch. ZSAN, pretty clean chart here. Big spike here, and it's just coiling. Couple higher lows. It's really, riding the 20-day and trying to break out. Again, a little bit of extra volume on Friday. Fairly strong close, all things considered. So if you picture a trend line, follow my mouse cursor here. You can picture a pretty clean flag or pennant that is trying to resolve to the upside. So we're going to keep our eyes on that one. CIFS had this pop back here that topped out at 425, and it's really been flagging ever since. And then really on Thursday tried to break this flag and curl back up. Went to 405, and then again a quiet inside day on Friday, topping out at 388. I still think if this can get some volume through 4, it could resolve this kind of flag and maybe rip higher. So that one's interesting. OESX, big pop, inside day, and another inside day, closing very close to its highs on Friday, which is also very close to Thursday's highs. So this one might resolve this kind of tightening pattern to the upside. AGE, I don't think I've ever heard of this one before, but it looks like it came public back in November, late November of 2018, and ran for a few days, and then putting in lower high, another lower high, maybe some higher lows. It's kind of coiled and trying nice volume on Friday and a strong close. So this is actually a pretty handsome chart, but it's worth noting that it's only traded over 1 million shares in a day once, and that was the second day that it traded. But this volume spike caught my attention. Then I looked at the chart and said, you know what, that's kind of a handsome chart. So I have no idea how it trades because I didn't watch it. I didn't even notice it till just now when I did my scan. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like on Monday, how it trades. VTL, big breakout on massive volume. Big breakout of a long, tight range. I'll zoom in a little bit. Closing well off its highs, but also well off its lows. That's going to land it on a chart for me. On Monday, FLKS, decent volume for this one. It came up and kind of tested this high from March 21st, which was 55 cents. I generally don't trade the under $1 stuff, but basically hit 55 cents again on Friday before closing well off of that. Decent volume though, kind of like VTL. It's enough to land it on a chart for me. And then TNXP, nice pop back here, but got slapped back down. Another attempt on Thursday, closing about where it opened after it had a really big volume day. A little bit of a lower high on Friday. But it's still holding the gap. It gapped up from here to here, so it's still kind of holding that area without, as long as it doesn't round trip, I'm going to keep this on bounce watch, see if it can bounce back up after selling off from the gap up day, is why I say bounce watch. And maybe the whole number 3 comes into play as well. That's the entirety of my list. Again, it's a thin market right now, but maybe it's a spring break thing or something, and volume will pick up this week, hopefully. We'll add some gappers to this list in the pre-market and hopefully find a couple nice trades on Monday. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see y'all in chat.